No dobra. Część trzecia questa
God bless you.
pod
What troubles you?
tytułem Nie wszystko złoto.
Master Fayfire, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes, a certain knight turned up there. Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, they take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the land like thieves.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins, then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau, interrogation held this day, put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. But this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square.
Dobra, najpierw trochę handel. Szybko. Skąd ty żeś konie tam się urwał? Handel, tu miecznik. No. Też tutaj nie ma za bardzo co sprzedawać. Stój.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Nadziak. Jak to poszło? Jeżeli chodzi o zbroję, to tego tu trochę jest.
I hope I...
Can we do something about...
What do you say to this?
That's better. See now, I knew...
Dobra, to jeszcze tylko mi napraw wszystko, co mam. No, jedziesz,
I'd
jedziesz.
like to discuss...
Sure.
Since it's you,
I'd almost shake... Aye, that would do it.
Naprawię mi na twarzy. Super. Okej, dobra. Żarcie... Trzeba... A, 1050. Ale idziemy tam do karczmy chyba, tak? Naprzód. No to jedziesz. Żadnych napaści, żadnych wędrowców. O, raz. Dobra. Most. Jest już karczma. Światło ci mogę nawet. Czy jest nasz rycerz? Jedź. Hop. Ej, gdzie? Ja się tu przysiąść chciałem. Gdzie idziesz? Stój. Rycerz. Ulryk.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Jak przeszedł.
Master
Dalej
Pfeiffer
się
found
stanie-
out they
stanie
need copper
ciekawe.
sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the the other part.
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could
Interesting.
not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
Nie, tu siedzi? Jest.
God be with you, good sir.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month, they've told me they've none.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits.
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go?
Why not? Show me what you have to offer.
O, mapa skarbów. Bierzemy. Żywot w karczmie też. A jak ci ten... Nawet się targować nie będę. Dobra. Tu mamy to przełamać. Hopla do klasztoru. Tam. Skrótem. Okej. Tam. Tam na dole czy u góry? Dzień dobry. Tu raczej nie. Patrzę, zobaczymy, co mają w skrzyni. Hobbit. Ty, no świnia. O, pomocnik szefarza, to ten co... Dobra.
Good day to you.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Nobody. I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
Mhm.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Dobra.
Bollocks. Tell me this instant what you've done with the goods.
Nothing! And I'd advise you to calm down. We're on hallowed ground.
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground, a lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy!
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to the money changers in the temple.
What do you mean? You're not going to hurt me, are you?
Tell me what's going on here and I won't have a reason to.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night it was, without a crest, armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery, that they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well. Thank you.
Dobra, a co teraz? Możesz sobie poszedł stąd? Ale taki krótki... No to długo się zobaczymy. Dobra, jest gdzieś blisko. Znaczy to jest ta karczma. Tak. Będzie w środku. I to skrywa. Tu jest.
The Lord be praised.
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want him knowing that I'm in town.
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
Not yet.
Maybe it would be worth the time.
I'll go and see.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapota.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
Trochę biegania między jedną a drugą lokacją. Jeszcze te wzgórze za klasztorem trzeba by sprawdzić. Może nie mam tego, nie mam znacznika, nie wiem czy ten. Miałem w pewnym momencie, czy... To jest chyba ten, u którego odbierałem coś wcześniej. W tym kwestie.
God be with you.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone, which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague, or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high, or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly
Urlop na
biblical
żądanie?
proportions.
Średniowieczu?
What's he like, your apprentice?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he
No,
has...
to ma
I
sobie
don't really know what you
zagłuszałem.
mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest, as though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest are you looking for?
Something like that.
May I ask what?
He owes me money.
Naturally. Dice or boozing, was it?
Both.
Sodom and Gomorrah are too good for the boy. Here you go. I'll dock his wages.
Jeszcze zarobię.
Thank you. But I'd still like to have a word with him.
I see you probably have... About your question,
Hey,
you'll
let's go.
find him at home. No doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you. Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate...
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice.
Do you have any idea why she did?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly.
Thank you. I'll leave you
Ciekawe,
to
gdzie jest
your
jak
work.
skrzynia. Pewnie bym się tam włamał. Pewnie. Albo to, albo to. No dobra. Teraz jest skrzynia na dole, tu jest sam. Nie ma. Dobra. To mamy dwa tropy, tak? Florianem albo z łazienną. Pogadamy najpierw z łazienną. Może się to potem podczas rozmowy z Florianem przydać. Te czasy ładowania mnie trochę wpieniają. Dobra, do punktu B. Tak? B? Nie. Punktu A. Go. Są łaźnie. Prawdopodobnie to się przy okazji myje.
I'd like to order.
And what is it you'd like?
Get myself fixed up a bit.
That can be arranged.
Fine.
I'm sure you'll be
No a teraz do interesu.
I hear you're at odds with apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
I assume that Florian knows this,
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is...
Where can I find this Florian?
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like the rat he...
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I will...
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't...
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she...
God bless.
Dobra, to lecimy do Florka, co? Idziemy tu? Siema, Florian.
My respects to you.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making a...
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then? All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rapiter mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dies for the counterfeiters.
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
It's got something to do with that girl, hasn't it?
How do you know?
That doesn't matter.
No, I suppose not. I didn't want to get involved, I swear. Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't...
Who is Esther?
My girl, of course. That's...
That doesn't begin to justify what you did.
I don't care. This... Listen, I'll tell you everything, I promise.
What, so I'm to go searching for her?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. I'm what can puny little...
Very well. I'll bring back your Esther.
Really?
Yes, but then you have to tell me everything.
I will. I swear to God Almighty.
Where are they keeping her?
In the Scallots Hills. There are some abandoned cottages around the mines. That's where I saw her last.
All right.
You're my savior.
Don't get your hopes up. Anything could happen.
Gra zapisana. Gdzie jedziemy? Ojo! Kawał drogi, kurde. Mamy czas w ogóle. No, biorę się tam, zobaczymy, o której ja tam dojadę. Najwyżej. Ja nawet nie wiem, gdzie przenocuję. Dobra, tutaj. Nie, do Rów najszybciej. Nie będzie szybciej. Nie będę musiała sami jechać. Równo to jest zrównana wiocha z ziemią. Super. No, powinno jakieś posłanie tam być. Inne do rana. Zaraz będzie ciemno. No jest ciemno. Dobra, jakieś pierwsze lepsze posłanie. Czekamy do rana po ciemku. Nie chcę się tam chodzić. Jezus, tu śmierci. No, dobra. Super. Super składzik. Gdzie tu można kimnąć? Ej, tu ktoś śpi. Myślałem, że to opustoszała wioska. Tu nikogo nie ma. No tą ostatnią godzinę mogli zrobić też szybko, no przecież to jest bez sensu. Przez jasno. Jest trawa 57, to można to też wrzucić na ząb, o ile mam. Coś tu jest. Dobra. Zgaś ten badyl. Żary ciekawe, kiedy jest zgasną. Dobra. Ruszamy najpierw przez te rzeczki, przeskoczę i wtedy ruszę konno. Koń trochę lubi się zaciąć na tych rzeczkach. Hop. Jedna. Teraz powinna być chyba druga. Się nie zmęczył. Nie doskoczył. Właśnie. Dobra. Czy konia potrzebuję jeszcze? O, kawałek jest. Tylko konia nie było. O. Teleportacja. To są jedne z tych kamiennych krzaków, których nie da się przejechać. Krzaki z betonu. Dobra. Ścieżką i potem być w prawo. jesteśmy... On mówił coś o jakiejś chacie, nie? Na wzgórzu. Tam coś widzę. Jest obóz. Ciekawe, ile ich tu jest. To co, wykorzystamy zapis. Jazda. Konia zostawimy. Runaway horse. Nie, oni śpią. Można było się zakraść. A ktoś tu nie śpi, bo...
I'll do anything. Just please take me away from here.
Have no fear. I'm here to help you.
Thank you.
Follow me, but be quiet.
Oh fuck!
Crawling out from under some rock. Fucking come on!
Hey! All of you gather here! Raise the alarm!
Raise the alarm? No! Żona uciekła.
Ha!
A nie ma więcej? Kurde? Przecież był jeszcze jeden. Już doszło, bo to już mi teraz nie potrzebne. Tamten uciekł, czy to się stało? No ale chyba nie było najgorzej. Dało się to zrobić po cichu, bez burdy, no ale nie jest źle.
They won't hurt you now.
However did you find me?
Florian told me where they took you.
I'm a fool. I thought he was just a dandy, God knows why. And it turns out he's a villain in league with thieves. And a coward.
It's not Florian's fault. He was terrified they'd do something to you. They had him over a barrel.
You're right. Poor Flor.
I'd say so.
We should probably set off.
I'll go with you. I'd hate to lose you on the way.
Czy tu coś się po drodze wydarzy? Już nie. Przez klasztor. Okej. Co to za ten? Co za efekt z tą dziewką?
Who is it?
Nie za bardzo.
What's up? Do you need some help?
What's going on there? Hey,
Nie wiem, co chodzi z tą sakiewką teraz tam. Dobra, gdzie jest ten Florian? No już se idę, jo. A tutaj, dobra. Nie spać, zwiedzać.
Greetings, good night.
Good night.
I found that Esther of yours
I know. Back already.
by telling me all about the goings on with Rapper.
They found me in the tavern one evening. Caught me when I went to the ship pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapita. And a night they called Sir Jezek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me, and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
Where will I find Rapita?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on...
All right. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides...
I have my doubts.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first, I took it for a bad joke. And then, when they snatched Esther, there was nothing to be done.
I suppose I'd better go. I'd hate the bastard to get away.
Good luck, and thanks for the help.
surrender.
What?
You're under arrest for breaking the law.
All right, you win.
What the hell?
Now you're for it. Nobody gets away with shooting at people here.
Ale nie
Understand?
strzelałem.
Well, you won't forget this in a hurry, because it'll take a...
8 tych? Dobra. Czyż mógłbym... Oh, shit.
My pizzle.
Aye, right. I've got...
Oh well, what can I do? Here you are.
No, kurde.
All right. Just make sure it
Kolejny
doesn't happen
niedoróbka gry.
again.
Wjechałem do miasta z łukiem, kurde, przygotowanym do strzału, kurde. No, a teraz już wiem, o co chodziło z tą sakiewką, że jest nagroda za moją głowę. Świetnie. Dobra, muszę się tu rozejrzeć. Czy nie widzę tego gościa? Że to jest ten. Rowerzysta. No dobra, nie mam żadnego znacznika na mapie teraz. No nic. Czekam do 10. Mam nadzieję, że jeżeli Henryk mówił, że na drugi dzień, to teraz, a nie 24 godziny pójdzie do roboty. Gdzieś tam się powinienem natknąć na niego. Dobra, nie ma żadnego znacznika, jak się jeszcze płynę klasztoru. Nie zobaczę, czy ten mędzierz jest w robocie, czy nie. To nie tu. Tam. No jest praca. Gadać z nim nie można.
God save you, Henry.
Teraz, gdzie jest Fire? On śledzi. To jest ten, któremu dałem w ryj kiedyś. Spoko. Piekarz. Aha. Tu ktoś stoi. Ha! Dzień dobry.
Are you Rappator by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
I know that you spy on Florian. I know you were involved in the kidnapping of the bath maid, and I know why you're doing it all.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
Huh? Hey, what the hell? Jak on zapierdala? Come on. Gdzie ten lamusz pobiegł teraz? No nie widzę go, no kurde. Shit.
Sakra! The bastard got away. Oh well, maybe I'll catch him at that chapel the overseer was talking about.
Świetnie. Jak on był szybki w ogóle. No i fakt, że praktycznie nie miał żadnych zbroi, a ja w ciężkiej, no to nie ma co się dziwić, że mi uciekł. Daleko to? No zobaczymy, jak śpiewał jak żelazo po wąchach. Come on!
What was that noise? Raise the alarm! Watch out! Give up? Bring it on! Hey! All of you, gather here! Raise the alarm! Raise the alarm! Watch out!
No, nie zdejmuj broni.
Come here, lily liver!
Chcę tego mędziarza tutaj zabić.
Look at this.
Mhm. No. To mnie pałką jakoś kurde obije. A jeny, co za bzdura. Co tu się dzieje?
Goddamn!
Jedzie ten frajer.
Here!
Ale bronię się, kurde, i co się dzieje? No co za szum.
Bring it on!
Spadaj, kurde, ty frajerze. No zabije mnie ten kurde dupek. No nie wierzę w to.
Gone. Go!
No co jest? No i mi się quest zbagował najprawdopodobniej. Świetnie. Nie chcę go ugotować. Zajebiście. Jak ja lubię, kurwa, jak się tak quest wpierdoli. No zabiję. Lubię go. O, nie da się go zabić nawet. No dostał, kurwa. Przecież to jest niemożliwe.
Go! Go! Go!
Jezu, co ja mam teraz zrobić? Nie ma życia w ogóle. Ja pierdzielę, quest mi się spierdolił, zajebiście. Nieśmiertelny, kurde, frajer. Ćwiczę na nim teraz. Będę ćwiczył teraz. Ciekawe, czy ten quest może się w ogóle jakoś naprawić. Nie biegnij tak szybko. Ojej, świetnie. Nie to, że raz prawie mnie zabił, potem ja go prawie zabiłem, nie mogłem z nim pogadać, jak już siadł. Był się na ognisku kretyn. Coś wspaniałego. Nie wiem, spróbuję z nim poczekać, ale to raczej się nie uda. mi się quest główny spierdzieli, będę musiał cofać, czy to nic nie ma. No nie wiem, poczekaj. No.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. I will. Just don't hurt me, please.
15
What do you
razy
want
cię
from me?
zabiłem.
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Who is your lord?
Sir Jezek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king...
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Jezek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Jezek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronov back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
So who's Sir Jezek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Jezek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
As you wish.
Our Father, who art in heaven.
Zabiłem cię 15 razy dzisiaj już. W końcu. Trzy. Nawet grosze. Te trupy tak szybko znikają. To ty się połóż tu, ja się położę tu. Także gościu wstał i mnie oszukał. Padałoby coś tu kupić, kurde. Ale dobra, już nie ma czasu, teraz trzeba. A to nie mój koń. A, to ten przyjechał, ten łepek. Sprawdź konia. Dobra, pierwszy raz ukradłem konia, oprócz tego początku prologu. Dobra, lecimy dalej z zadaniem. Tam jeszcze prawo 63, dobra, tam przy karczmie jest ten garnek. Tu garnie. Jeszcze punkt A. To sam punkt A. A w Cezawie pewnie ten koń. Nie, sobie tego rycerzyka, kurde, wezmę, on był dobry. Do jaskini sam raczej nie za bardzo chcę wchodzić, tam pewnie będzie grubsza akcja. Chyba źle jadę. Ciekawe, czy teraz pokazuje na Cezawie też. Nie wiem. Reputacja. O, jeszcze mam tutaj parę rzeczy. Dobra. Z tych głównych. Nie wiem, z tych głównych nie za bardzo jestem. Nie chcę obniżać. Ja sobie to wezmę. Pchnięcie lewo, prawy dół. Krótki miecz, krótki miecz, krótki miecz. Drugi miecz. Dupliren, duplikacja. O. W Cesawie to jestem mocno nielubiany. To jest, nie wiem za bardzo za co. No ale to. Po reputacji. No, w Marchojesach też przynajmniej plus 25. Dobra. Nie mam jakiś kradziony szajs. Mam za kradziony szajs. Tego nie potrzebuję. Jeszcze takiego kradzionego? Jeszcze. Chyba, że z konia też się liczy. No najwyraźniej z konia też się liczy. No co mam kradzionego? Że po prostu za to, że nie wiem, zaatakowałem kogoś i to się zajmiemy później. Dobra. No a jaśnie pana rycerza będzie trzeba pewnie poczekać. Mam jakąś książkę może? Książka. To już czytałem. Tego nie czytam. No więc teraz. O, nowy poziom w picie. To dziwne. Rycerza nie widzę za bardzo. O. Nie ma. Nie chcę bez niego ruszać za bardzo, no. Wiesz, bym się bał czy coś, ale... No rycerz, gdzie jesteś? Dobra. Ostatnie czekanie, jeżeli teraz go nie będzie, to jadę. Samo południe. Po prostu się do niego wproszę. Że też wcześniej nie pomyślałem. Tylko, że... Jego tu po prostu chyba nie ma. To jest tutaj, a tam wejść nie da. Nie widać go. One będą widzieć, jak się będę próbował włamać chyba. Dobra. Może tu? No pewnie, że siedzi w środku. Kurde, co za kretyn. Nie wiem, jakoś przyzwyczaiłem się, że tutaj wszędzie siedzą w tych karczmach na zewnątrz.
I finally found out where the Forger's workshop is. Master Fayfar was right. The Forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop is somewhere in the mines. The entrance is on the eastern side of the hill. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather go there with some backup.
I will be glad to give it. Lead on.
Okay. Ale co, że już? Że tak od razu? To dawaj. No ten dzikus mi się teraz przyda. Spoko. Nie wiem, czy ja sobie tutaj kurde nie zapiszę, bo ktoś mi się wydaje, że może być ciężko. Miałem strasznego farta właśnie z tym Ulrychem, z tym rycerzem, żeby go kurde pokonać. No są. Ja sobie tutaj zapiszę, bo to może być ciężka sprawa. Gdzieś? To tak od razu?
What's going on there? What have we got here?
Look what's come crawling out.
Co tankujesz?
Raise the alarm!
A ja nie trafiam.
You're done for, fucker! Where is everyone?
Nie trafiłem. Ale dostał headshota. Dobra, ci są cięcy. Broń się, Henryku.
Bugger!
Come here, Lily Liver.
Dobra.
Come on, you shit! Stop!
I am to say your prayers.
Całkiem nieźle to poszło. Wyjechać wszystko. No całkiem spoko, dobra, grabimy. Bo nie będzie czasu zaraz. Coś wartościowego. Kaptur kolczy ewentualnie. Czy to czegoś nie przegapiłem do jedynka na przykład? Już idziesz? Uj, kurde, idioto. Ten jest...
What's going on there?
Nie? A won. Był taki jakiś lepiej odziany. Kaptur kolczy. No. Dobra, lecę za nim. Gdzie on pobiegł, nie? Nie, na razie lecę prosto, tak. Nie mów, że ten Ulrich poleciał w ogóle bez tej pochodni. Go znaleźliśmy. Aha, tu wasz proceder się kręci. Mamy was. Busted.
Jesus Christ. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila.
And who's he?
That's no concern of yours.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
We can come to an agreement that you'll keep your mouth shut. Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Ratai.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that!
I have no choice, as you are aware.
No to ładnie. Runda druga z Henrykiem. O, buzi, buzi?
For that exact reason. My master does not wish this man to fall into the wrong hands, especially those of Radzig Kabila.
You're a traitor.
The world is not so black and white, boy. We were on the same side for a while, but no longer. That is how it goes.
I've beaten you once already. Do you really want to try again?
I have no choice.
You could hang up your sword, stop being a knight.
Why would I do that?
Your age. Every morning you wake up feeling more and more sluggish. Day after day, just collecting more grey hair and losing your strength. If you'd been a few years younger, you'd have carved me up. But now, if even a brat like me can trounce you, that's probably the Lord's way of telling you to find a new line of work. It's time to look the truth in the eyes. You've grown too old.
Old I may be, but not so weak as to let mere words defeat me.
Very well. You asked for it, old man.
Shit. Dostanę w pierdziel. Ale kurde jedzie. Wali kombosy. Pilnować wytrzymałości. Mocno.
Come on then, you whelp. Well now, it seems you have some skill.
Jak puścił mi, kurde, target. Stołki, kurde, tutaj jest ciężko walczyć.
I hope you have said your prayers.
Mogą to wykorzystać. No te stołki mi tu przeszkadzają. Menda.
I'm over here.
Kłam się, Henry. Dobra, sprawdźmy, co tu możemy jeszcze mu zrobić. Miecz. Lewo, dół, pchnięcie. Lewo, dół, prawo, pchnięcie.
Not so brave.
Wiele rumowy przytrzymałości, kurde. Przyjął ode mnie kombo.
Geh zum Teufel!
Now, now.
Ale nie trafił. No to idź, Mendo. Chyba go z 10 minut temu trafiłem ostatni raz. No i kurde, czemu mi kontra nie wyszła? Bez sensu. Kurde, czemu nie mógł go trafić, jak on się tak odkrywa zajebiście? Czemu? Teraz wyciągnę łuk i cię zastrzelę, kurde dziadu. Ale mnie teraz trafił.
Had enough, boy? Scheiß drauf. Du Hund!
Cię po niemiecku. Nie wiem, muszę coś tu kurde wykombinować, przecież ja go kurwa nie mogę trafić, przecież to jest bez sensu w ogóle. Ja go próbowałem, nie wchodzi. Lewa, prawa, pchnięcie, pchnięcie. No spróbujemy. Lewa. O kurwa, żebym jeszcze go mógł. Dobra, gdzie mnie tu wepchnąłeś? No spierdalaj, dziadu. Dobra, lewa, prawa. O, tu się dzieje. Lewa. Uj. W końcu coś weszło. Że on mi kurde więcej zrobiła. Lewa. Prawa. Fuck. Zostaw mnie. Lewa. Prawa. Pchnięcie, pchnięcie, chuj. Czy ja ten odwrót z angielska mogę teraz wychlać? Ktoś mi to da? To jest. Aha. Tego pewnie też nie. Zajebiście, no. No cofnij się, kurde. Tu się zablokowałem, kurde, w dupę nie mogę się ruszyć. Lewa, prawa. Lewa, prawa. Pierdol. Super.
Scheiß drauf.
Aj, jeny, teraz mnie pierdoli, już po mnie. Po mnie. Zajebiście. 10 minut się tłuc z dziadem, kurde, żeby paść. No chodź, sam nie pójdę. Nie wiem, lepszego łuku? Nie.
The hell was that?
What's going on there?
Mother of God!
What have we got here?
Hey!
Entertainment.
To arms!
Great.
Get over here!
Is that the best you can do?
Hey, all of you! Gather here! Raise the alarm! Over here! Where is
Trochę,
everyone?
jak MMORPG.
To arms! Get over here! Raise the alarm! Watch out! You'll get one more.
Bring it on.
No kto mnie tam kroi, kurde, Henryk, Ulrych, co ty robisz? O, co tam się stało się?
Oh, I get.
Well, that's the end.
Już po wszystkim? Wszyscy? Gdzie ten odwar? O jany. Ej, jak ta trucizna działa? Dobra, ja już nie trenuję. Czy ja walczyłem z pochodnią? Teraz nie pamiętam. Ja nie mam chyba tarczy. Nie no, mam posmarowaną trucizną broń, no musimy teraz tego pokonać. Lecisz, Ulrich, lecisz. No dobra. Teraz przewiniemy już dialogi. Już wiemy, co się działo.
Why do you want to kill him?
Znowu
He may
się
have
tam.
valuable information.
Ja jestem ciekawy, co
You
tutaj
can
ma.
tell your lord the man is dead.
But he will. Or do you think you can love this?
Why not?
Do not be naive, boy. Look around you. If I let you have him, my...
You don't have to go back to the Rosenbergs.
Tam to nie wyszło
How do
wcześniej.
you know about the Rosenbergs?
Master Fayfire recognized the writing
Just as I said, there's nothing safe from
into Sir Radzig's service.
I serve Kubila. Out of the question. If he learned of all that I did for the Rosenbergs... But you are right, I do not have to return to the Rosenbergs.
Ej, nie muszę z nim
In
walczyć.
fact, I cannot.
Why not?
I am a knight without a crest, without allegiance. No one was meant to know whom I serve. If the Rosenbergs hear that I have been found out, they will see to it I vanish. They cannot afford to be associated with me.
Kurczę, żeby wczytać i kurde teraz jednak walczyć z nim, ale...
As I have many times before.
Lepiej chyba nie.
Henry.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Dobra, to nie trzeba zabijać Ulricha. Panie. Nie. Pocałował mnie i uciekł. Dobra, a co do ciebie, będziarzu? Teraz wyciągnę czy cię zabiję?
Please. I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement. You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go. Let's go. Master Fayfire is very keen to meet you.
Jaśko aresztowany.
Good work, Henry. Thank you, Master Fayfire. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rate. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Rattay then.
Loading. Dobra, strażnik, jak masz do mnie jakiś problem, to mów. Nie? Dobra.
Surrender!
Oh.
You're under arrest for breaking the law. Ugh! I'm telling you! Hey, you! Halt! Someone saw you stealing.
Oh.
Well, you won't forget this in a hurry, because it'll take a nice pile of coin to...
60?
You're making a serious...
My heart bleeds.
Damn it. Here's your coin then.
You've paid for your crimes. I hope you've learned your lesson. And since I trust you as much as I trust, well, a thief, I'll just search you to be on the...
Ktoś jeszcze mi zabrał? Nie, tak. Ten koń?
Jesus, look where you're going.
Fuck off. Dobra. Ty-ty-ry. Napaść nagrody. Też tu się wydarzyło. Na chwilę odszedłem od kompa. Więc badaj.
An assassin, eh? The old woman sets a fucking assassin on me. Well, I'll kick his arse.
Huh?
You fucking dog.
A no koniu się, zapomniałem. A zejdę do ciebie, kurde, wiesz co, bo... Dobra, spróbujemy kombosa. Takim lamusem.
Ale dobre.
No i... Nie wytrzymał nawet jednego ciosu. Hej, lamo! Kurde, no przecież nie wierzę. Weź gin.
What's that? What have I got here? Entertainment, great. Is that the...
Ty, no mega beka. Co on mnie zablokował, tak? Nie wiem, ten kombos jakoś coś nie wychodzi za bardzo. No, to wchodzi.
Kunda!
Ale od prawej, no ma tą tarczę, no ale nawet...
Come on then!
Dobra, jest was za dużo. Stanowczo. Wow!
You call that combat?
Co teraz?
You'll get what for.
Ojej, zabiją mnie jakieś frajery. Dobra, ten pierwszy był najmniej opancerzony. Ten jest trochę napoczęty, tylko tam nie ma tarczy.
No kurwa!
Ostatniej.
Take that! Bugger this!
Chodź się do tego drugiego. Ej, no, kurde, no przecież mówiłem.
You'll get what for? Who's there?
Kurwa, konia mnie zabiją. Następny. Nie, dobra, ja tutaj stąd spierdzielam, bo to nie ma sensu żadnego. No i kurde, ksiwek mnie zrzucił, przecież ubił mnie tutaj. Pieszo nie mam jakim uciec, przecież oni mnie złapią. No nie mam szans, nie mam żadnych szans. Jest ich za dużo, są opancerzeni. No i się wyjebałem, brawo, brawo. Puść ten target. No i z czemu mnie zrzuciłeś? Kuźwa, odbiegliśmy już. Wywalili mnie.
Is that the best you can do?
You call that combat?
Jeny, w swojego konia strzelę zaraz.
Bring it on!
Czemu mnie teraz zrzuciłeś? Nie wierzę w to.
I'll have you.
To jest po prostu niemożliwe.
Gone weak at the knees, have you? I'm going to enjoy this.
Dobra, wykorzystujemy bugi.
You call that combat?
Dobra, 1 na 1, dawaj kurwa. Już nie żyjesz. Kim? No to było kuźwa ciężkie, nie? Poobijali mnie. To ostro, dobrze się chłopaki zbagowali w pewnym momencie. On chyba nie ogarnął. No ale koń to mnie kurde wnerwił. Jestem cały do wymiany. Dobra, jeszcze zobaczę co mamy w tym obozie. Jeszcze jeden trupek. No dobra. O, buty szlachcica. Czarne nogawice. Very nice. Sygnecik. Kieliszek. Naszyjnik. O, ten budziany. Dosyć. Te ciuszki może sobie nie będę sprzedawał, tylko sobie schowam. Może gdzieś tam się przydadzą. Dobra. Ale ich tu było trochę, kurde. 7, 8? Jeszcze jeden przywita albo coś. Co my tu mamy za obóz? Jest skrzynia. To mają w skrzyni, o. 3,5 stówki, o, co to daje? Retoryka na 15 minut. 120 groszy, tutaj to. Całkiem fajna skrzynka. A tak poza tym to chyba nic. Idźmy dalej, bo tu nie dojedziemy. Wszystko się tak przeciąga. Myślałem, że to będzie chwila, Jasiu, i ten odcinek nie będzie już taki długi. No nie, no znowu napaść na drodze? Unikaj. Wróg. Co za wróg? Jaki wróg? Gdzie jest wróg? No, ta gra chyba się tak trochę pobagowała, bo ja nie mam... Słyszałem, że jest mod na więcej tych losowych zdarzeń, ale ja go nie mam. Także nie wiem, co tu się dzieje, ale że napada mnie jeden za drugim. Co najmniej to dziwne było. No w końcu dotarliśmy, trzeba pochodnie odpalić, tak? Żeby nas tutaj nikt nie wziął za rabusia. Mnie lubią. Nie no, ogólnie podsumowując, poziom trudności to jest troszkę duży skok. Tych zwykłych bandytów to się klepie po prostu, no nie będę chyba tam do niego szedł po nocy, która jest godzina w ogóle. Północ zaraz, nie będę mu dupy zawracał. No ale tak, to są zwykli bandyci, a walczyją z rycerzem, co prawda. No i niby nawet rycerz dupa, kiedy wrogów kupa, ale przy 1 na 1 taki kmiotek syn powala, to raczej szanse ma małe. No i to było widać na załączonym obrazku. No ale nie zmienia to faktu, że no lamię w walce i będę musiał to sobie poćwiczyć. Chciałbym to w dupie. Dobra, kładź się i spać. Śmiało do jakiejś tam kurde 8, 9, bo też tu późno wstają. Mam nadzieję, że to jest koniec tego zadania, bo strasznie długie. Nie rozumiem sensu właśnie, po raz kolejny to już mówię, nie widzę sensu w tym zwalnianiu przewijania tego czasu przy ostatniej godzinie, to jest troszkę głupie. Nie wiem, czy się gra doładowuje, czy to się dzieje, nie wiem. Myślę, że jest dosyć czasu na doładowanie gry.
Welcome, Henry.
No siema. Dobra. Teraz gdzie jest Radzik? Tam stoi, już go widzę. No co ty patrzysz?
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest. but unfortunately I need one more thing from you.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Huh?
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself that if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir.
Gdzie on jest? Dobra. To jest kuchnia. Chyba. Tu żarcie może zwędzimy. Tutaj puste miski. Dobra. Porad. Jak tam to wejść? Do góry? Tędy? Nie. A co to jest B? Ojeny. Klucze najpierw muszę wziąć. To co mogliście darować, panowie? A jak mnie trochę stać, to może sobie ktoś tutaj pod szkole jeszcze
How are you, Henry?
On jest też trenerem walki.
God save. What can I do for you?
Zajebałem.
I have some trophies.
Let's see. What a collection.
Miecz.
I'd like to improve my swordsmanship.
Certainly.
I want to achieve mark.
All right, but it'll cost you.
To już mam mistrzostwo? O kurde, 1-6. No może nie, może innym razem. To już mam poziom mistrzowski? Jestem taką lamą?
I need the key to Jezek's cell.
So Sir Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have let me beat some answers out of him.
If I were you, I wouldn't question Sir Radzig's orders. Give me the key.
Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key.
Thanks.
Do niego jeszcze wrócę na trening później. No ale to poza nagraniami. Bo nie ma co się oszukiwać. Lamie w walce strasznie. Jakichś takich bandziorków ze 2 na 1 plus łucznik to jeszcze sobie ogarnę. Ale jak jest ich 5, to nie ma bata w ogóle. Muszę się uciekać do jakichś w ogóle zagrań dziwnych. Bieganiem, łukiem, konno. A jak przychodzi walka z rycerzem, to... No nie, prawie pół HP-ków pościągnąłem, no ale... Może za drugim razem z tą trucizną może bym też ugrał. Może bym tego nagietka sobie łyknął przed walką jeszcze. No może też tego było. Gdzie to dokładnie jest, żeby tutaj się nie pogubić? Nie wiem, tu gdzieś szedłem do tego wójta czy kogoś. Dobra, to będzie to.
God be with you, Henry.
Powinna być wielka strzałka w ogóle, transparent. Tu jest loszek, nie? Żeby nie było. Żeby nie uciekł.
Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me, of all people?
Ciężko było znaleźć lożek.
You brought me here. You should consider it an honor.
If hanging around in a damp dungeon with a condemned man is your idea of honor...
You're not seeing the bright side. You can be the one who uncovers a conspiracy against the king for your master. You don't get an opportunity like that every day. It did cross my mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margrave unjustly declared the scourge of the land and expelled from Moravia. They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the necessity of making a living that forced me to take some liberties.
Do you really want to question the authority of the Margrave?
I've always been loyal to the crown, but what can I do when the Margrave stole my fief?
That's not why we're here. I don't care about your conflict with the Margrave. It's your crimes against the king I'm worried about. The king you say you've always been so loyal to.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who are you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right. The way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
Crimps? You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so. This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
I'll have to think about it. I don't want to annoy Sir Radzig.
Zróbmy taki trochę ten cwaniaczek zwykły, no. Jakby porobił jako wtyka.
Vegetables, fruits, apples, cucumbers, onions. Come get them.
Tylko się naprawię. Żeby w miarę wyglądać.
I'm at your service.
1.6K.
Let's have a word about the price.
Naturally.
Agree?
That's not enough.
You're flaying.
Well, now.
Dobra, na handel przyjdziesz czas później. Ja tylko nie będę nagrywał. To nie ma sensu. Też na sprzedaż. Już nowego by się kupiło, może mają nowy jakiś asortyment. Jakiś nowy łuk by się przydał, bo ten łuk to jest jakiś... lipa trochę. Dwie strzały muszę kupić, bo mam wszystko optyczne.
Hey!
O ej! Możesz pogadać. Jak mnie olał? Bezczelny. Uj! No.
So what have you learned?
All sorts of things.
There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really?
That's what Jezek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
But if someone at the monastery is perpetrating crimes against the crown...
True enough.
Zadanie wykonane.
Why don't I go and arrest King Sigismund of Luxembourg while I'm about it? He's committed a crime or two as well.
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn. So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Jezek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. So Jezek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasau and try to find them.
I'm not sure where to start, sir.
Then ask around the alehouses and inns, or at the Rathaus. Someone must have heard something. These things can't be entirely kept in the dark. Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else who could help as much as you can now.
Stawić się za tym lamusem, czy nie?
Sir, there's one more thing. Sir Jezek went with me without resistance, because I promised him he could come to an agreement with you.
My boy, my boy. You make promises in my name? That could turn out very badly for both of us. But, if it can prevent bloodshed, why the hell not? We may well come to some arrangement after all, but I can't say yet what will become of him. You'd better run along.
As you command, sir.
No dobra. był koniec zadania wszystko złoto. Następne zadanie nazywa się Jeśli nie siłą pięści. No to będzie pewnie następny odcinek. Do zobaczenia.